right, guys. So I'm switching gears today because there's been so much going on with Trump. Like, there's still things that I'm catching up on, and I am having to do more research because there are grown adults that just can't pull up Instagram or can't open up YouTube and do their own research on Trump's policies or what he has going on. So, they come to me and ask me to break it down for them. And I don't mind doing it, but as an adult, it's your job to educate yourself. But I digress. I want to talk about my ancestors, our ancestors, Black Americans. I want to talk to you guys once again because I've been heavily invested into my ancestry because I give grace and thanks and gratitude to my ancestors daily. So I've been so invested in doing my research, finding out who they are, who they married to, home life, what they died from, things of that nature. I'm not even gonna front. I did come across a slave. I did come across a slave owner. And that situation, the slave owner, he married my grandma. Like that's what it was. And this is on my dad's side of the family, my father's side of the family. The slave owner married my grandma. They had a child. Their child was a mulatto boy. So I have all sorts of different things in my family. I have white women, white grandmas in my family that married Black men. And they told us that wasn't a thing. But that can't be true because that's my lineage. It's proof. Like, that's where I come from. And they want to believe there's going to be somebody out there that's going to believe that no, your grandma was raped. And it's like, why would you want to believe that about your ancestor? Why would you want to force that thought process on them and they're in spirit? Like, you don't know what they went through. You don't know, like, in my situation, these people, they're married, they're in love, they're having kids, and so on and so forth. Like, being left land and everything. Like, I read like the wills and everything. So I don't understand why Black Americans, like, it's like we pick and choose. The great people in Black America that accomplish things, like the Rosa Parks, the Martin Luther Kings, the Tuskegee Airmen, things of that nature, we acknowledge them for their greatness. But when it comes to our ancestors, no, they had it hard. They had to go through this, da 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 da. They was dragged over here, and that's not true. So why would you want to diminish the light of your ancestors, but you want to praise somebody that you're probably not even blood related to? They have nothing to do with your lineage. And if we have so many of these great people in history, how could we have been so divided as a people back then? Not saying that racism wasn't a thing, because there was racism. There's still racism today, but it was the Democrats that wanted racism. It was the Republicans that want, and I said I wasn't going to get political, but spirituality, it goes hand in hand with politics for me. But I don't even know what I was saying. But yeah, what they're telling us, it just doesn't make sense. And I don't see why you want to wallow in that. Why would you not want to see or just know that you come from greatness? Because I've done my research. I come from a line of hardworking men. They were farmers, they were laborers, they owned their own land, they owned their own home, they had their family, their wives, they had their kids. A lot of them had a lot of kids. You know what I'm saying? So why would you not want to see that beauty in your bloodline, but you want to see the negative? You want to see that they were beat. You want to see that they were raped. You want to see that they had it so hard. But when it comes to the famous Blacks, you praise them. And this is what's going on in today's society. You're praising like rappers and, what is IG models and things of that. And those people are psychotic, in my opinion. Those people are completely psychotic, especially women, the women that are going out and getting a BBL, because they're tricking themselves. That is their real butt. And they're going to the gym acting like they worked out to get that. Like, it's just the whole ideology of that is completely crazy. And then you have rappers that you guys look up to. These guys, a lot of them didn't even do good in school. You're smarter than a lot of those rappers, and those are the people that you're looking up to. Those rappers are going to other people. They're looking on YouTube to get financial advice from just regular, everyday, Black men, white men, whoever, because they don't know stuff. And these are people that you look up to when you should be looking up to that young black man that's teaching you how to flip your money. You should be looking up to that young black man that's teaching you how to invest, that's teaching you economics, that's teaching you politics. But you look at people that can't even tell you the difference between there and there. They have no clue how to use that correctly. And that's like, do you not see like how weird and just bizarre and strange and any like derogatory word that is? Like it doesn't make sense. And with black people, we like to look outside of ourselves a lot of the time. We want to be something that we're not because we're so uncomfortable being who we are. And this is because you have outside people telling you what to believe instead of you doing your own research or just being who you want to be. Stop being a victim to your own self. You created these thoughts in your head to make you think these negative things, and it's not true. You're not oppressed. You're not, a slave to the system. You can get out and become rich. You just got to apply yourself. You just got to stop putting these limitations on yourself. And if you're a person that have people in your life and they're surrounding you, got to get them away from you, because those are going to be the people that are going to start hating on you or saying that you're acting funny once you start taking the proper initiatives and putting yourself first and putting intention into yourself and you're achieving your goals. Those people are going to hate on you. And those people love to live in misery, and they're not going to get too far. But yeah, that's just something that I pointed out, I noticed, and it was just really strange to me because I love my ancestors. I don't want to see, if anything gloomy, dark, whatever, I want to clear any of that karmic. So I'm taking care of the next timeline, everybody that comes after me, because it had to stop. It had to stop somewhere, and it had to stop with me. So I give grace to my ancestors because they chose me. And, I asked them to, let me find more information about you. I keep finding more information about my ancestors, and it's not dark as they're telling us to believe. Do your research into your family. Look at the greatness that you come from. Love being black because I know where I come from. And I'm secure in myself. I know I'm not limited. These people are going to make you feel like you're limited. You're not limited. You come from greatness. They're going to tell you that you don't come from greatness. A lot of us come from greatness. We all come from greatness, unless you're like a shitty person and you just come from a long line of horrible people. Like if you come from a line of KKK. But then again, you could be somebody that it stopped with you, that you could have been from a long line of racism, and it stopped with you because you got tired of the bull. In my opinion, black people are the biggest, in my opinion, black people are more racist in this country than white people. And I have my own talking points. I have all of that stuff to prove my case, because a lot of my anxiety, my depression, low self-esteem, it came from black people. It didn't come from white people telling me these things, negative things about myself, putting all this pressure on me. It came from black people. A lot of it came from my own family. It started in the family, and then it progressed on, into my peers. I don't have that problem today. Now I watch other black people tear each other down while I lift them up, while I try to open their eyes. I watch them tear each other down. And it's really sad. And that's not what Dr. Martin Luther King or any of the greats would want us at. Why would they want us to feel like we're oppressed when they fought so hard for us to not think like that? Just doesn't make any type of sense to me, and it shouldn't make any type of sense to you. But let me know what you think about what I had to say down in the comments. If you do your research on your family, let me know what you come up with, because you're greater than what those people are leading you to believe. Stop being a victim. Stop being a slave to the system. It got to stop somewhere. Let you be the one that it ends with. All right, guys.